Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Lately, something's been happening to your reflection, not just in the mirror, but in the eyes of others. You've been catching glances, lingering stares, and that quiet tension, like people sense something different, but don't know how to say it out loud. It's like they are waking up to something in you. But the truth is, you're just now waking up to it yourself. You're starting to look more and more attractive. But it's not because you changed your hair or your clothes or your posture. It's because you started loving yourself as God's masterful creation. You stopped treating yourself like a mistake that needs to be fixed and started realizing you were never broken, just buried, just distorted by the voices that told you you weren't enough. You're not just getting more beautiful. You're catching up with the beauty that was always there, waiting for you to finally see it. That's the shift. You used to call them flaws. Now you see them as design. You used to shrink under compliments. Now you don't flinch, because deep down you agree. And not in an arrogant way. Not in a way that needs validation. But in the quiet, grounded way that says, yes, this is who I've always been. This is what happens when your self-image starts syncing with heaven's image of you. When you finally surrender to the idea that maybe, just maybe, God didn't mess up when He made you. That maybe your face, your presence, your aura was intentional, designed, spoken into time. It's not that you didn't used to be beautiful. Of course you were. Of course you are. But now you know it. And that knowing, that is what they're seeing. That frequency is what they're feeling. Beauty is not just symmetry. It's resonance. It's not just what you see. It's what you feel when you're around someone. And right now, you are vibrating on a frequency that even your body had to respond to. Your eyes look clearer. Your skin looks brighter. Your expression holds a softness that can't be manufactured. That's not just glow. That's God. That's what happens when you stop rejecting your own reflection and start agreeing with heaven. When you stop searching for love and start radiating it from within. When you realize that your worth was never tied to perfection, but to presence, to purpose, to the breath in your lungs and the fire in your spirit. Some people won't understand the shift. They'll think you did something new, started something different. But what really happened was this. You started listening to truth. You stopped chasing what the world said was attractive, and you started becoming magnetic, because you're no longer trying to be liked. You're loving yourself with the same reverence God used when He created you. That's a different level of glow. That's not surface, that's soul. And now, people are responding to something they can't name. They're responding to freedom, to the peace in your energy, to the love you finally decided to give yourself. They feel safer around you without knowing why. They feel inspired without you saying a word, because your presence is no longer diluted by doubt. And whether or not they compliment you, they feel it. Whether or not they say anything, they notice. You're no longer begging to be seen, because now you see yourself. And it shows. You can't fake this frequency. It's the kind of beauty that speaks before you open your mouth. That enters a room before you do. That leaves people thinking about you long after you've left. Not just because of your looks, but because of your light. And the truth is, it's always been there. It was just waiting for you to stop dimming it to fit in. You're no longer trying to be everyone's cup of tea. You've become living water, only meant to quench certain souls. You don't need to chase admiration. You've become admiration in motion. So don't be surprised if people look at you differently now. It's not because you changed overnight. It's because you finally stopped arguing with your own radiance and started walking in agreement with God. Some won't say anything. They'll just watch, like something about you confuses them or stirs something they don't know how to handle. Your energy used to wobble. You used to carry yourself with disclaimers, with apology, with explanation, with hesitation. But now, you walk like you belong, because you finally believe you do, and when someone finally believes that, when someone fully accepts their own divine design, the body reacts. The voice settles. The light shows up in their skin, in their presence, in the space between words. It's not about looking a certain way, it's about living a certain way. And that way is love. You're not chasing love anymore, you're rooted in it. And that's the most beautiful thing a soul can wear. You see, this isn't just about how you look, it's also about how you carry yourself. The way you move from knowing, not from doubt. You're not acting anymore. You're not bending, blending, or shape-shifting trying to be approved. And ironically, that's the very thing that makes you attractive now. You've dropped the weight of needing to be liked and picked up the truth of being loved. Not just by others, by God, and finally, by you. You don't walk into the world the same when you've made peace with your reflection. When you've forgiven yourself for the years you couldn't see what heaven already saw. When you stop mourning the past versions of you who only knew survival and start honoring the one who knows so much more. This is not a season of becoming beautiful. It's a season of realizing you always were. And now your body knows it. Your face carries it. Your walk echoes it. You're not attractive because you've figured out some secret formula. You're attractive because your energy is finally in agreement with your truth. There's no conflict in your glow anymore, no shame in your softness, no apology in your elegance. You're not decorating yourself with things to be noticed. You're radiating something that can't be replicated. And the people who are meant for you, they will feel it before they ever understand it. Because this beauty isn't surface deep, it's soul anchored. It's the kind that doesn't fade with time, because it's not made of time. It's made of presence, of divine alignment, of sacred remembrance. And maybe that's what they see. They're not looking at perfection. They're looking at someone who finally remembered who the heck they are. Someone who stopped criticizing the vessel and started honoring the spirit that fills it. Someone who said, I don't need to become more, I just need to stop hiding what I already am. This is why some people feel speechless around you now, why they fumble for words, or look twice, or act like you've changed when you're simply clearer. It's not the makeup, not the outfit, not the angle. It's the energy. It's the frequency of self-love that echoes the Creator's love, the vibration of peace that's louder than any beauty standard. It's the decision to be soft and powerful at the same time. And that's what people are drawn to. It's not your job to explain it. You're not responsible for their reactions. You're not here to convince anyone that you're worthy of being seen. You're here to shine anyway. To walk in that quiet radiance that says, I know who I am, and it's beautiful. Not because I said so, but because God already did. You don't need to keep adjusting your brightness to match their comfort. Your glow wasn't made for dim rooms. It was made to rise, to reflect, to remind people what divine beauty actually looks like and how it feels. So keep shining. Keep walking with this truth. Keep loving yourself like you finally believe you're worth it, because you are. And if they stare, let them. If they wonder, let them. You're not becoming someone new. You're just finally seeing what God always saw, and now, so is everyone else. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.